SGC here, and we are back with a movie review. This time, Edge of Tomorrow. A movie based on the Japanese light novel All You Need Is Kill by Hiroshi Sakurazaka, directed by Doug Liman, the director of Bourne Identity or Mr. and Mrs. Smith, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. And also you got Bill Paxton and Brendan Gleeson thrown into the mix, and other people as well. Check it below for the full casting. So what's this movie about? Basically it's about an alien race has invaded Earth, and as the last stand of humanity, we are throwing everything we have against this invasion, and Tom Cruise is thrown into the mix, and pretty much that's where the movie starts. And as the trailer spoils for everybody, he's stuck in a time loop, as every time he dies he respawns, and as he respawns after each time, he's learning to fight better, and later on he teams up with a special forces soldier by the name of Rita Frataski, played by Emily Blunt. So what I like about this film, first off, if you're a gamer, you'll understand the whole concept of this movie. Respawning, learning things that you saw and repeating them and doing it better is like the life of gamer. And I really appreciate that, as they really capture that essence of just repeating and improving yourself. I really like Tom Cruise's character as well here. He was not your typical Tom Cruise character for sure. He was like a desk job major who has no combat experience, and he is floundering everywhere. He's like, I'm not prepared for this. I can't do this. So it's really nice to see him in a character that's like that, because when you think about it, Tom Cruise has always been a crazy superhero pretty much. He's up there with John McClane, as indestructible as he is. And it was just nice to see him grounded in sort of like oh, he can die in this movie and he's not ready for everything sort of role, and it was nice to see that. Also, Emily Blunt plays a awesome special force soldier who's just trying really hard to defeat the enemy and just working really hard, and she was just amazing to watch, I would say. Obviously eye candy for this movie, but she has her acting chops, and it's just like her determination, her just like no bullshit, let's do this sort of attitude is just really fun to watch. To see her paired up with Tom Cruise was just fun as well. I mean, if you see the trailers, this movie is pretty much a reminiscence of Oblivion, as there's only two major characters in this film also as Oblivion, with Tom Cruise as well. And I would say that Edge of Tomorrow blows Oblivion out of the water for sure, as there's a lot more character development, the action is way more intense, and the pacing is fun, and an intriguing storyline, and the concept itself is just fun overall. And it's just, you would say that, oh, it's like repeating all the time, but the way they did it and pacing is like, yes, you see some of these scenes before, but the way that he reacts to them is different, or they'll cut away and show you things that Tom Cruise himself, the character, has seen already, but as audience we have not seen, have not experienced, and that's fun. I mean, I've been hearing these reviews saying that, oh, it's like a Groundhog Day, or like the humor is not there, or it's not thrilling. Well, first off, the Groundhog Day, I would say, it's like, this concept is fine. It works. The pacing that it's done in, it works. I think it keeps up the thrill. The thrill is there for sure. I don't know what the heck some people are saying that this is not a thrilling film. The fact that he can die at any moment and he comes back does not take away the thrill factor of that he can die. I think that's even making it, pulling all the stops for making his death crazier and just unexpected. And it's just fun to watch that, I would say. And the humor is there. It's not heavily dependent on humor for sure. I don't know where people get that. And I would say it's funny when it's appropriate. I enjoyed where the humor was, the thrill was there, and yeah, basically I really did enjoy this movie. It was a fun film to watch. Another smart move that I think the director did was that they didn't dwell too much on the mental aspect of this ability. I think that yes, there is a mental erosion of the mind, as in I'm repeating these things over and over again, I'm gonna go nuts. I think usually movies with this sort of potential usually would waste time on oh, I need to sit down and have someone inspire me to do the right thing again. But this time around I think they did it well, and it was a pace that was caught up with the rest of the movie, in the sense where Tom Cruise was a character who was like, yes, I can't deal with this, but I really have to deal with this, and I really did enjoy that. I think the only biggest issue I have is the ending. The ending felt like it didn't fit connectly. It didn't fit as well as the rest of the movie did. I think the ending, if it kept with the same atmosphere and vibe of the rest of the movie, the ending would have been different. And I don't want to spoil anything, but pretty much the ending should have been different to just complement the ending, complement the rest of the movie a lot more. And it's just kind of sad to see the ending to be so not as awesome as the rest of the movie. But I think that's pretty much it. I totally recommend this movie if you've been looking for a Tom Cruise recent good movie, because especially comparing this to Oblivion, this is so much better, and even I would say it's more intense than Mission Impossible for sure. I mean, Mission Impossible was good in its own self, but I mean, the intensity as an individual, just trying and trying and trying, is just way more fun than just trying to steal something. I think the pacing really affects it for Edge of Tomorrow. I have not read the light novel All You Need Is Kill, but there is a manga version. I will get my hands on it soon, and I hopefully will make a comparison video of the manga itself to the movie itself. I think it'll be interesting to see what they changed and what they kept the same, because Japanese has a lot of crazier mechs in general. Their mechs are a lot more sleek and more sci-fi rather than realistic. I think Hollywood's take on mechs is just actual practicality, as in if it would actually work that way. So I look forward to checking out All You Need Is Kill. It's pretty short, it only has 1 volume. Hopefully that comparison will be done shortly. So yeah, basically I really enjoyed Edge of Tomorrow. I was expecting to like it, because I mean, you have the Rotten Tomatoes score of pretty high score of 90-something%, and it was also something new, because I haven't seen Emily Blunt in anything this dramatic and actiony. I mean, last time I saw her was in Looper. That wasn't really actiony for her role, so it was just awesome to see her such as a super soldier. So that was fun for sure. Anyway, I'm pretty much done for this movie review for Edge of Tomorrow. It was great, interesting, pacing was done right, action was done right, and it was just fun. It was a fun film, and that's all I need from Edge of Tomorrow, and I got it, and it's just great. And that is all for this movie review of Edge of Tomorrow. Out!